Okay guys, I'm back. I'm going to color a little bit more. I don't know how much room I have on my SD card, but I guess we'll find out. So I am going to finish her legs and then just carry on. Got a cat meowing in the background. He doesn't like it when he can't go. When he can't be outside here with me. So her legs are here. Once again, I'm just trying to get myself in a comfortable place with the camera so that you can still see everything that is getting colored. So that should be okay. Yes? Okay. So I'm just gonna proceed on my way. I went in the house and I had to pee, and in the meanwhile my mother-in-law had locked the doors, so I couldn't get back in the house. So I went around to our bedroom. I'm on the patio, and our bedroom opens up to the patio. Well, not opens up, but we have like a big window that overlooks the patio, so I had to go knock on the window and say, honey, because he was down in our bedroom playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I said, I'm locked out and I really have to pee. So he came in outside and let me in, and I went in and I used the bathroom, and then I ate a couple of potato chips and had a glass of water, looked at my tablet for a few minutes, and then I came back out here and decided to color more. Try to finish up whatever I can, whatever's on this card, however it'll hold. The sun is starting to come over on the table, but I actually pulled it in a little bit. So I'll color either until the SD card runs out or the sunlight makes it too bright and I have to shut it down. Or my hand gives out, whichever comes first, right? He said, well, whenever you're hungry, I'll start grilling those burgers and that. And I said, well, I'm a little hungry, but I'll eat these chips, a handful of chips, and drink some water, and that'll hold me off for a little while. Because it's only about 2:30. So, it's a little, oops, color right over that branch. Pencil slipped. It's a little too early for dinner. You can hear that cat meow. It's Frank. He wants to be outside all the time. He's on our sun porch, and it's all open windows and everything, so he still gets a pretty good experience of being close to outside. Sometimes we bring him out, but you have to walk with him because he'll jump the fence or try to go over to the neighbors, and then it's kind of hard sometimes to wrangle him back over. So this would be one of those good times where I had an eraser, right? If you guys have watched any of my previous coloring videos, which I realize I haven't made any in a very long time, but back to when I did, I kept saying, I need to get an eraser for colored pencils. I don't have one. I've never used one. But I definitely should get one. Like, I seriously don't know why I just don't go buy one. I know they come in handy for obviously things like that, what just happened where I slipped where the pencil slipped in my hand. But also even for like shading, you can take out some color. Like the spot over here that I did, or on her butt that was too dark. I could have worked on that. Frank? You can't... I'm sorry, buddy. I know. We're so mean. I know, buddy, I know. Now he's gonna start clawing at the screen. It's alright, buddy. See, hear that? He's tapping at the screen. I know, fella. Alright, oh no. Oh, it didn't fall on the ground. That's good. My white pencil rolled away. Pollen on me, on myself. I don't want to use bad grammar. Grammar Nazis will get me. I'm gonna move this for just a second so I can bend over here and pick up my, there we go, pencil. Oops. I'm trying to keep my bosoms out of here. I hope you guys can't see them. I have a bralette on today. I'm wearing a maxi dress. It's actually a really cute maxi dress. I got it at Lane Bryant, and it's really cute. But it's one of those dresses that once I got it, I ordered it online, and when I tried it on, it's not the most flattering, but I didn't want to get rid of it because it's super lightweight and comfortable. But it's a little bit longer, but it has like a tie where you can tie it on one side so you can raise it up longer if you need to, which I did have to do that. But it's, the top half of it is gray. It's like a tank sleeveless, I guess a sleeveless cotton maxi dress, like a t-shirt material. And the top of it's gray. And then about right underneath your butt, it turns into white and gray tie-dye. So the top of it's solid gray, then it turns into a white and gray tie-dye. And then that morphs into down by your knees to your ankles. It's like a coral color, solid coral color. And it's really pretty. So I got it, and I love maxi dresses. I love wearing dresses in the summer, which you guys know that probably already if you've been watching my channel at all. But it's just not the most flattering because the way that the solid gray goes down, and then right around like the hip area, top of the butt, it turns into like that tie-dyed. It makes my lower belly area look weird. And strange, but it's super comfortable. So I was like, well, I want to keep it because it's comfortable. Plus the armholes are a little bit bigger than what I'm comfortable with going out. Like, I don't like it when the sides of my bra show. I don't mind wearing sleeveless stuff and tank tops. I do that, or spaghetti straps. I do that all the time. But I like the area underneath my armpit, like my bra, to be covered. And so this is a little bit bigger, and so, but I didn't want to get rid of it because it was so comfy. So I thought, well, I'll keep it and I'll just wear it around the house. So that's what I'm wearing today. But I didn't feel like wearing, like, I'm just going to be at home. But I had to wear a bra. So I was like, well, I'll just wear a bralette. So I don't have, like, the maximum support. So I probably look a little frumpy in the bosoms. Which bralette is basically just another name for no impact, or a no support sports bra. But I like bralettes. I wear them often. But they don't have really any support, but I'll still wear them out of the house. I mean, I don't wear them like when I want to be dressed up or anything really, but I wear them, like to the grocery store and stuff like that, because it's enough usually. If I'm wearing something kind of baggy or, you know. That's going to be too purple. Yeah, that's too purple. We need to add some more pink in there. Yeah, that foot is a little bit of a different color, but I think it's going to be okay. I mean, seriously, like, who's going to be like, that fairy foot is 3 shades darker purple than the rest of her? I'm sure there are people out there that would do that, but, I don't think you guys are any of them. And if you are, that's just too bad. At least I'm not drawing like a hobbit foot on her and making it all hairy. I'm trying to make sure you can see where I'm coloring right here. Okay. Just making sure. Hear the airplane going over. We live close to the airport. I probably said this before, but when I first started dating Keith, it seemed so loud out here to me because I'm from the country, and like the town that I grew up is technically considered a village, and its population, the actual population of the village itself, is slightly over like 500. So it's very, very small. There's one gas station. It was like a big deal when the Subway opened. You know what Subway sandwich is. And there's like a light, but it's only a caution light. It doesn't turn red or green. It just stays yellow all the time. And so then I came out here when I met Keith and started dating. Then the very first time he had me out here to stay the weekend, I was like thinking to myself, how does anybody live out here? It's so light, because there's street lights and everything is just so light, and the sky doesn't get that dark because you can't see like all the stars and everything because there's so much light. And then there's planes and automobiles and car horns and sirens, and there's a train not far away and everything. And I'm just like, how in the world does anybody sleep out here? Dogs barking all over. That was the funniest thing. So many dogs barking. And he was like, what do you mean dogs barking? You live out in the country, everybody has dog. I go, I know, but they don't bark at everything. It's like they are used to nature or something. I don't know. They just don't bark at everything. And so it's just funny, and now I'm so used to it. It doesn't even, like, I'll sit out here on Sunday drinking my coffee and sitting on the swing, and I'm like, oh, it's so peaceful. But when I first moved here, oh my gosh, it was so loud. I thought it was so loud. I remember in one of my videos, it was the Avon video, somebody asked me, do you live by a hospital? Because I hear sirens in every video. And I never noticed it, but we do live by a hospital. At the end of our street is a residential street. And actually it's a really nice residential street. There's no sidewalk even on our street, and the houses are far apart. They're not like close together. Well, you guys have probably seen pictures of my yard on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. We have a big yard, it's almost 2 acres, but our street comes out to a major road that takes you through all the way from Toledo down to Toledo, Ohio, up to the Detroit area, and it goes all through the Detroit area. And so it's a major highway, and like each side of it is 4 lanes. And so at the end of our street is that road, and then if across the street, like if I walked across 8 lanes of traffic plus the median, would be the entrance to a hospital. So on the one hand, it's very convenient that we have a hospital at the end of the street practically, because in an emergency they are here quickly, or would be here quickly. But at the same time, you do hear sirens a lot, and I guess I'm just so used to them now that I've lived here for 10 years. Keith and I will be married 10 years this fall, so I'm very used to it, and I don't think about it, anymore, really. But I was thinking, if people didn't know me, they probably think I live like in a high crime area or something, because there's always sirens, and it probably sounds like the cops. And then like you get people shooting off fireworks and stuff, and it sounds like gunshots or something. Kind of funny. Alright. Go in with my purple. Actually, one of the people, now we do live in the city, but we have a lot of wildlife. Like, I know if you followed me for a while, you know that, like, we feed raccoons and possums and a fox and different critters out here. And of course we have all our birds and our squirrel that we feed, Sweetie, which we haven't seen her in a while, so we're kind of sad because we think it might have been her time to go, because we haven't seen her in probably at least a month, I think, and she usually doesn't go that long without. I mean, we've gone most, like, maybe a couple weeks, like 2 weeks or something, if she's had a litter, and she'll stay in the nest with them, and we don't see her very often, but it's been an awfully long time since we've seen her, so we're kind of thinking, and we've been feeding her for years, so we're kind of thinking she might have passed, but we don't know for sure. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, anyways, yeah, so even though it's in the city, we still have all this wildlife. Well, when I was looking at Facebook earlier, I saw a person that lives not too far from us, a couple blocks over, and she posted on her Facebook that they almost hit a deer last night on their way home on one of the streets that's close by. So I was like, actually, it's the street, like, okay, on one end of our street is the big, busy 8-lane highway that I was telling you about, and on the other end of it is another road that's not as busy. It's just a 4-lane road, 2 lanes in each direction, but it's, heavily traveled. So that was the road she was talking about, and she said that they almost hit a deer. So, now I've never seen a deer here before, but Keith has seen one in someone's yard one time late at night. But I have seen foxes in our yard many times. I've seen them in the winter and in the summer and spring, so they're here frequently. And we always have possums and raccoons and stuff like that. So, look, make sure where it's hard for me to see the viewfinder because there's a glare on it, so I can't see where I'm coloring on there. Alright, let's try that and see how that is. Add my Deco Pink in there. Sometimes this cardstock is hard to color also because it's so smooth that, like, it doesn't have a lot of tooth. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember what kind this is. I just bought it at Meijer. I was at Meijer and I needed some cardstock, and they had I think, like, it was like a big, like, was it 250 pages? Might have been 250 sheets. And then it was like $5.99, and then Keith had an Emperor coupon for it, which is like Meijer's digital coupons that you clip. I think it ended up being like $2.99 or something. It was really inexpensive for cardstock, and it's nice. I like it. It holds up really good with like the wet mediums, like when I use Inktense or watercolor, anything like that. It holds up pretty good, except for sometimes the ink smudges, but it holds up well, so I'm not complaining about it, but it does not have a lot of tooth. It's fairly smooth. Alright, let me add in the white and see how that looks. I think that's going to be okay. I don't know what color to do her wings, because I know that the background will be like an indigo blue or like a dark purple, something for the night sky. So I want them to pop, but I don't necessarily want them the same color as what her skin is. So I'm kind of torn, and I'm also torn on her hair. And then I'm torn on the moon because I don't know if I want it to be gray or yellow. Sometimes I like a yellow moon, like a big golden orangey moon. This one needs a little bit more pink in her leg here. So we've been watching Nosferatu on AMC. I don't know if you guys have been watching that, because we're both, enjoyed Joe Hill's books, and it's based on his book Nosferatu, which we both enjoyed very much. And we watched them, but we forgot to watch last week's episode, so I think that was episode 3. So now, and I know you can watch them on demand and binge them and everything, but we're just, I don't know, we're old people. Now we're not old, we're old fashioned. And we do binge things on Netflix and that, but if something's on regular network TV, we try to watch it, as they show it and everything. And I just forgot about it. And so now we're behind a week, so then I don't want to watch it tonight, and I looked to see if they were going to replay it, because a lot of times, they'll replay something close to the, they'll show last week's before this week's, but they're not. It's Fear the Walking Dead instead. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably just give up on the whole thing. That's what we do, though. These days, nobody has any attention span, and I'm including myself in that. I'm not throwing shade on anybody. I'm seeing it about me too. I just don't. I swear to you guys, it's technology and social media that does it. I have no attention span anymore whatsoever. It's crazy. That, and the fact that I'm starting to go through menopause, I think because I'm perimenopausal, I have no patience, and I can't remember things. I forget stuff all the time. It's crazy. It's like a fog, plus that and then they say more and more that if you have an autoimmune disease, that works on your memory too and gives you that brain fog. And I'm constantly, I have to write things down. I get distracted easily. It's terrible. I think she's cute. So if you were just tuning in, this is from Deborah Muller's Chubby Fairies for the color along that we're doing in her group this week. It's a fairy color along. If you have this page and you want to color it with me, I think that would be fantastic. But if you don't, that's fine too. And the colors that I used for her fairy skin are pink, just regular pink, dahlia purple, deco pink, and then I smoothed it all out with white, my little white nub. Alright, so now I have got to color something different, and I'm not sure what to do. I don't know what colors and what thing to move on to next. I always do skin first, because skin's always easy for me to decide. I'm so, befuddled. I don't know what to do. Coloring all those leaves would be really boring for you to watch, so I probably won't color those. I'd like to do her wings. Like I said, I just don't really know. Because I don't want anything too dark, because it will have to pop against the background. But I could always go over it in, white acrylic paint, too, if I needed to. But still, what can I do? What can I do? That's me flipping my pages of my Prismacolor book here, trying to figure out what I want to do. How about different shades of pink? Something like a magenta, maybe? Or red. We could do red and orange. An orange and salmon. Something like that. Let's try, I'm just talking to myself here, you guys. Let's try, I like that one color. Vermilion? Is that it? I don't know though, that might not work. Hot pink. I'm gonna go with hot pink. Neon pink, sorry. Neon pink is what it's called. There we go. Neon pink. Neon pink. So, here's where I'm at right here, making sure you can see. Okay. Alright. And then I can like do another, layer another color over it or something. I never pick my colors ahead of time. I never do that, and sometimes I think it comes back to bite me in the butt because I just don't know what to do, I'll put sparkles on her wings too when I'm done. I need to start using my stickles again. I haven't used stickles in a really long time, and I'm afraid they're going to dry out. And I spent a lot of money on those stickles. Like we were all buying stickles left and right. You guys know, at the beginning of the height of our coloring craze, everybody was buying the stickles and like mad, and I bought a whole bunch of them. Seriously, like I bought a ton of them, and then I kind of quit using them. I don't know why. I like glitter, I just kind of quit using them, and that's a waste of money if I don't. Oops, I colored in the lines. So